लग जाता है गाना, वो देख के गाता हूँ मैं.
अच्छा.
I have several songs.
Okay, good morning, Mohit. So today we will discuss about the questions from the infrastructure. Okay, lesson infrastructure. Okay, so questions from this particular chapter. Okay. Question number 1. So question number 1 means for 6 marks. 6 mark. Okay, I am going to read the question. Followed explanation. Infrastructure contribute to economic development of country. Mean infrastructure contribute to economic development of a country. Do you agree with the given statement? Do you agree with the given statement? Give reason in support of your answer. So we have to give answer also in support of answer with it. So definitely infrastructure contribute to the economic growth and development of the country. When there is a more and more infrastructure, it will enhance production and the productivity in the given of the given economy, because modern agriculture, if you talk about the modern agriculture, so modern agriculture is also dependent on the infrastructure. There where we are using machines, harvesting machines, thresher, tractors, chemical, fertilizer, pesticides, all these are manufactured or made in the companies with the help of machinery. So if we have better sound infrastructure, these things will be available at the low cost to the farmers, and if farmers have latest technology, machines, okay, so automatically they will be able to grow more and to increase the production and productivity over the same piece of land. When you talk about the irrigation facilities, okay, so digging the well or construction the canals also possible with the help of technology. Okay, so when water facilities or irrigation facilities will be available, automatically production will increase and farmer they don't have to be dependent on rainfall. So whenever it will be required, means water will be required, they can irrigate their land or irrigate their land definite. Okay, land bit. So industrial progress, next point, depend on the development of, see, industries. To run the industries we need power. Yes or no? Means with the help of the power, electricity, we can run the machines. So if there is a more production of power, the thermal, hydro, nuclear, okay, or solar, many more are there with it. So automatically it will help to produce more, to run the machines continuously. See in your plant, in your Ambuja plant, so plant is working 24 hours. It is because of continuous supply of power, continuous uninterrupted supply of power waiting, which is why production is taking continuously. And transportation and communication, for these two, again this basic infrastructure is required. Basic infrastructure is required. So we can say that the development, okay, economic development of the country depend on the infrastructure. Sound and basic infrastructure is available in the economy, growth will be more. Growth of the economy will be more better. Got it? Okay. I will be sharing the attendance with you. Next question. Okay. I will be reading the question, and what you have to do means you have to try your best to give the answer. If not, does not make any difference. Okay. But please listen it. In any country, as the income rises, in any country as income rises, okay, the consumption of infrastructure requirement changing significantly. Mean the composition of infrastructure re, uh, requirement changes significantly. So discuss the given statement. Meanwhile, I will be sharing attendance with you with it. Can you answer, or should I explain? Should I explain it? Please let me know. Okay. Should I explain, or you are answering it? Okay. In any country, as the income rises, means national income or per capita income increases or national income increases. Okay. The composition of infrastructure requirement changes significantly. So we have to explain that definitely it changes. Infrastructure changes. Okay. Point number one. Okay. For the low income countries, like certain countries are there in the Africa continent or the um, South America continent. Okay. So the basics infrastructures. So in those countries, low income countries, the facilities of irrigation, transportation, infrastructure, telecommunication, health, education, okay, power, okay, are more important. So these facilities are not in the low income countries. These facilities means basic facilities are not. So these should be promoted, or focus should be there on these type of we can say uh, facilities to promote the or to increase the per capita income or national income. Point number two, as economies develop, means as income, see, European countries, America, then Australia, and developing countries, Brazil, India, China, okay, and Malaysia. So as economic develop, the most of the basic means most of their basic consumption. What is the main? First of all, there is a requirement for the basic things: food, shelter, okay, food, shelter, and clothes. So these economies are focusing on these points, particular three basic things which are required for every individual in one's life. So in the beginning they have to focus, means economies they are focusing on these points and trying their best to provide. See, if you take the example of India, so in India, what is there? Government is providing the food at very low cost, and education is also free up to 8th standard between the age, okay, 6 to 14 years. So during this span there is a free education. So government they have to focus on these points if they want to increase the national income. and national income is increasing, so the increased income can be utilized for education, health, okay, and shelter, and infrastructure. And when the economy is passing from the first phase to second to third, so initially economies, they are dependent on the agriculture sector, means primary sector is contributing much more in their GDP. Got it? GDP means income is 100 rupees. Let the income is 100 rupees. So around 60 to 67% rupee, or 75 rupee, or 60% we can say, or 65% is contributed by the primary sector only. Primary sector only. So as economic changes, they are shifting to secondary to tertiary sector. So then service sector contributes more and more in the economy. Okay, and it also help to generate income, okay, to increase the income of the country. So the share of telecommunication, see right now the share of power sector, okay, so these two are increasing in the developing countries, okay. And if you see the developed country, so in the developed country we can say already the share of telecommunication, power, infra, okay, these two things, power and telecommunication sector is very high. So this way we can explain about the question. Question number, next question. Health is a vital public good, very important public good and basic human right. Health is a vital and basic human right. How can all citizens all citizens get better health facilities? Give few suggestions. So what are your suggestions to provide better health facilities to the citizens, for all the citizens? So first, this public health sector should be decentralized. The meaning of decentralized, centralized means in the hand of one. Decentralized means giving, means center to state government and union territories, okay, then state governments are giving to the district wise, then sub district. Got it? So at national level, state level, district level and regional level, okay, there should be more and more hospitals. Second point, so success in the long term, so means there should be certain vaccine, medicines, health facilities. So in case if any person falls sick, should be recovered. Okay, so he should not means his or her suffering should not be for the longer period of time. Let a person remain keep on suffering for the 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years from particular disease. So it will definitely affect his health, or the burden, economic burden will also increase. So within a shorter period of time, problem will be sought out. So it can be sought out problem, or means can be he or she can recover in the shorter period of time if we have strong, solid, or strong and so we can say sound infrastructure, health infrastructure. So efficient health system should be provided. Efficient health system should be provided. So there is a role of telecommunication and IT. Nowadays, if you visit the hospital, so there we have high-tech machines, latest machines. Got it? And nowadays, if you talk about the operations, okay. So earlier we used to make, means you might have seen surgery used to take place, but right now with certain machines are there, no need for the surgery. Okay, no need for the surgery. So those machines are doing the jobs without any cut or any use of the blade material. Next point, effectiveness of healthcare programs effectiveness of health care programs. So all the program which has been run by the government, either state government or central government, okay, so they should be on ground meeting. So rural urban and poor rich divide must be reduced. So the facility which are available in the metropolitan cities, okay, at least 50% should be there in the rural areas. Means only and only few, or we can say basic or few health facilities should not be there in the at the lower level. Okay, means at least sound system, best, okay, efficient system should be there in the at the rural level, okay, at the basic level. So this way we can say, and facilities, medicines, all these things should be available at lower prices. Okay, so treatment cost should be low. Treatment cost or cost of the medicines, equipments must be under the control or within the limit, means should be accessible, means everybody, okay, those who are suffering, they can at least purchase the medicines, or at least they can buy the instruments, necessary instruments. So this is about the health as a vital public good and the basic human right, basic human right. So in India we have the government hospital which are providing the facilities at zero cost. Okay, next question is, the important question is, okay, what are the major what are the major problems of health sector in India? Major problems of health sector in India. Please give me few points, headings. Please let me know few points. Please let me know at least few points if you can. What are the major problem of the health sector in India? Problem number one, low. Point number one, any point you can write at least. Low public expenditure. Low public expenditure. Low quality equipment. Okay. Low public expenditure. Public expenditure means around 4.7% of the GDP. Okay, used for the health sector or given for the health sector. So percentage of the GDP should increase. If you see other developed countries, they are spending more than 10%, more concerned with the health of their citizens, which is why life expectancy is very high. If you talk about America, if you talk about European countries, or Japan, Korea, advanced facilities are not available. Okay, so advanced facilities, latest machines, equipments also not available in certain areas. Okay, only in the private sector and in the metropolitan cities or in the cities, these basic facilities or latest equipments are available. Whereas in the rural, urban, in the rural or semi-rural, same is not available. Then global burden of disease. Global burden of disease. So India has about 17% of the world population. 17% of the world population, and it bears frightening 20% of GBD, global burden of disease. So more than half of global burden of disease is accounted for by the, means in this global burden of disease, 50% share of, we can say, of communicable diseases like diarrhea, malaria, and tuberculosis. Communicable diseases. So share, okay. So we can say percentage of the communicable diseases are more, okay, which is why global burden of disease is around 20%. And availability of everyone, okay, for rich and poor, okay. Then around 5 lakh children die of waterborne diseases. See the quality of water quality. So water quality is very, very, we can say. So you cannot drink water openly. Openly means everywhere. If water is available, that water cannot be used for drinking. It means that is contaminated water. Okay, or water is not suitable for the drinking. If you have, for example, in your area, if there is a hand pump, okay, or bore well, so directly that water we cannot use. Why we can't use directly that particular water from a well or bore or tube wells or hand pumps? Because nowadays we are using more and more chemical fertilizer and pesticides. So if so the means all these things are actually going underground. Got it? Means whenever there is a rainfall, okay, rainfall or irrigation, so this particular all this content is going inside the earth, means going to mix or contaminated the underground water. So directly that water we cannot use. Or if you talk about the running rivers, so we are throwing the waste material and other things, okay, waste material and other things, so water is polluted. Okay. So we can say water borne diseases are more, and around 5 lakh people, 5 lakh children, they are dying because of this contaminated water. Then there is a problem of malnutrition and inadequate supply of vaccines. Okay, see, so recently we have this COVID-19 vaccine. Otherwise, see, for the last 1 year, how many people they have lost their life. So around, according to data, 2.2 million people, child every year, they are going back to heaven meeting. Then rural and urban, rural, poor, rich divide. Okay, that is also the reason. Means those who have money, they can afford the better and best health facilities. Okay, they also approach into the private sectors. Okay, for their better treatment. Whereas those who don't have money, they have to depend on the public sector. Okay, or nearby hospitals. Then next point, that is related to the female health issues. Female health issues. Okay. So decrease in the child sex ratio, 927. It was there. It was in the year 2001, and now 914. 914 per thousand. If 1000 boys are there, then 900. Okay, we can say 14 are 14 girls as compared to the 1000 boys, baby boy. So it is also growing incidence of, means why the female, the percentage of the female, or we can say female child is low, or why sex ratio is low. Okay, and 900, we can say 14, means it is because of the female foeticide. Okay, incidence of female foeticides. So means that people, they have strong attachment somewhere for the boy child. Okay, or we can say they want at any cost, which is why sometimes they are ready to sacrifice means other child, which should not be there in the society. At least okay, there should be the equal right, means they should be mentally ready. If they want to be the parent, then they at one point they should be mentally ready to accept, okay, either boy or girl. Next point, 50% of married women That is the age group between, okay, age group between 15 to 49 have iron deficiency. Age between 15 years to 49 years. So 50% ladies from this group, female from this group, having the iron deficiency. Okay, so that is the main cause for the maternal death. Okay, and mortality rate, another is mortality rate is also high. It should be under control, or we can say infant mortality rate should be low. So these are the points related to the major problem of health sector in India. Health sector in India: one, low public expenditure, 4.1 4.7 we can say of the GDP. Then global burden of disease around 20%. Then rural, urban, rich, poor. Okay, so this gap should not be there. Then women health issues or female health issues. We can these points should be included in the question. The last, okay, next question that is related to next question. What are the major problem or challenges in the power sector in India? Power sector. Okay, so power or this energy we don't have in the syllabus right now. Energy deleted. What for the current year 20 for 2021. Okay. So next, any other point which you want to share or discuss? MCQ is there. So today I will be giving you, okay. See, we have discussed about around uh, four questions. First, we discuss about the infrastructure. So what I will do today, I will be giving you one question for class test through classroom. Google Classroom, bete. So only one question out of these four. Okay, out of these four. So please submit. Okay, means what we can do, at least class test will be there of one question or two question or out of three or out of four. That would be a better options. What we can do, we can also start the revision part. Okay, revision come class test, so it will be more handy, more useful from my point of view. Hope you people will be agree with my statement. Got it? Am I right? So last 10 minutes you can revise.